Hey, what's up, my people? How you doing? My name is Dalton, and this is my channel. Hey, I got a story time for you. All right. When I was younger, uh, and I lived in Oklahoma, a lot of times I would, before I actually finally moved to Seattle, okay, I would take vacations with a friend of mine. Her name was Dawn. Me and Dawn, we would take these vacations, and we would go all the way out from Oklahoma. We would take the Greyhound, go all the way out from Oklahoma to Seattle. Yes, it was a long bus ride. Okay. And and sometimes I would just go, I would just because she was from Seattle, so sometimes she would just stay there. She would just visit in Oklahoma. Well, I lived in Oklahoma, and this one time I went to Seattle on vacation. I was going on vacation by myself. Well, I'm riding on the bus, Greyhound. And if you ever rode on a Greyhound, I mean, and I was younger, okay, I don't know if I could do it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm 57, going to be 58 in April. So I don't know if my body could take that. But I'm riding on this Greyhound, right? And lo and behold, I'm there's this Mexican gentleman, this older grandfather or grandfather, Mexican man sitting in front of me. And I guess his daughter with her kid was sitting on the side, and yeah, the bus was packed. And I mean, and we just starting the first leg of, you know, heading home, okay, from my vacation, to Oklahoma from Seattle. And lo and behold, the guy he had dementia, because his daughter told me either he had dementia or Alzheimer's, right? And he would come, and he only spoke Spanish. And for some reason, he picked me to try to talk to of everybody on the bus, okay? And he would turn around and start speaking Spanish. And I'm like, me no speak, Espanol, no Espanol. I mean, I speak, he would sit there, he go, oh, and he would turn around. And it would last for about 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. And then turn back around to me and just started talking, right? So the third time, I'm like, I know I'm repeating myself, I don't speak Spanish, I'm saying that. So his daughter chimes in. She's sitting a seat across, right? She says, he has, I think she said he has dementia or Alzheimer's, one or the other. And she spoke good English. And I was like, oh, so what was happening was he kind of would understood that I didn't speak Spanish. He would turn around and just totally forget, turn back around to me and start again. And yes, this went on and this bus was packed. So this went on through states after state after state. Finally, they hit their the state that they supposed to get off at. They got off. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Finally, right? This fine woman gets on. And she's French, right? And I like French women. French women, there's something about French women. I like French women. And she's from Canada, right? And they always had this thing about French people that they're older or they're different about hygiene. Well, she's fine. And she, I think she thought I was cute because she was kind of flirting with me and talking. And as she's talking to me, because she's taking this guy's place, he's gone now. I smell this funk. And I'm just like, trying to be cool because, she's attractive, she's cute and everything. And, and her breath, right? So finally, we hit a stop. And I see her take this thing like toiletries, right? To the restroom. And I know I saw a toothbrush and stuff in there. She goes to the restroom, comes back out. And now she's not funky. Okay, so whatever she did, she put some deodorant on, whatever. Didn't touch her breath, though. So the rest of the leg of the trip, until she finally got off, and she was from Canada. We were talking and everything like that, and she would spark a conversation with me, and my and there's my eyes watering because this breath will just take the paint off of your walls, man. It was just horrid. Okay, and I was like, sometimes, man, it's better just to take the train. Trust me, y'all. But I was younger, so I was more physically fit and everything, and to handle the bus, the Greyhound. But I'm telling you, before y'all take that Greyhound, if you're older, think twice, man, because you never know what characters you're gonna bump into. I almost got in a fight once on a Greyhound with some weird brother. He was mentally off, right? Decided he wants to just mess with me. Okay. And you just never know when it comes to Greyhound who you're gonna be sitting by, what they're gonna smell like, and you ain't got no room either. Your legs are okay. And also you never know, because if they fall asleep, they could just fall asleep on you. Okay. I'm serious, man. We even had this one brother, him and his wife was sitting in front, right? And this weird white guy, psycho looking white guy, would not leave that man's wife's hair alone. He was worse than Joe Biden, okay, when it comes to trying to play with a person's hair and smell it. Oh, man. So finally, the guy was like, man, leave my effing wife's hair alone. He's trying to keep cool because he didn't want to get kicked off the bus. Finally, I don't know what happened, but we had to stop, all right? And, because periodically, sometimes it's a long stop, sometimes a short stop that the Greyhound do. Let you stretch your legs, smoke a cigarette, whatever. We had to stop. I don't know what happened, but everybody came on that bus. That white man just, yeah, he was white, crazy looking white. He sit back there, didn't touch her hair no more. I don't know what happened, man. I think that brother gave him because it was a mixed couple. She was white, he was black. I think that brother gave him an attitude adjustment behind the store. Because it was it was a long stop. Okay, you had the short ones, cigarette break, stretch your legs, get back on the bus. You have the long stops, you can go and get yourself something to eat in, 30 minutes, whatever, But so this was a long stop. So I think they had a conversation. And as they said in Texas, I think that brother gave that old white psycho man attitude adjustment where no one could see. And the rest of that trip, boy, he didn't try to look at that woman, look at that man's wife's way. He would look out the window, wouldn't even touch her hair, man. When he got out, when it was time, he just hit that bus, boom. I mean, it was time he had stopped. He got, man, he pretty much ran off that bus, man. And last but not least, another Greyhound bus story. I got robbed, man. I got jacked by I forgot what you call them. They 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 live on their own, and they have these big black hats. Dang, I forgot what you call them. But and they're usually riding buggies with horses still. Okay, Amish, yeah. And this guy asked me, he said, I had bought myself a paper. I'm reading the paper. He says, mind if I just kind of read that a little bit and I'll get it back to you? I'm like, yeah. He ended up asking for like different sections of the paper. And I'm like, sure, And I'm reading. Finally, when it gets on the stop, I wasn't really paying attention, but when he gets on the stop, he folds up the paper, shoves it somewhere, and just takes off. He steals my freaking paper, man. It's like, I mean, it was embarrassing. I got jacked by an Amish. That's wrong. Anyway, those are my Greyhounds. That's my Greyhound bus trip stories. Hope you enjoy them, and I'll wrap y'all later. Peace.